What's going on, everyone? It's Joseph here. Welcome back to another video. Today's TikTok episode is going to be something a little bit different today. I'm not going to focus so much on growth tactics and strategies as much as I want to focus on discussing or at least analyzing some of the conversations regarding the potential TikTok ban that's been the ultimate gloom and doom hanging over all TikTok users' heads over these past couple of days. And spoiler alert, this video actually is relatively good news. There's a lot of things that I want to talk about, and I actually postponed creating this video just to see where the potential ban was headed. Saturday was the day where it was supposedly, allegedly going to go down in the US, and here we are on Tuesday, and I'm still here. TikTok users are thriving as usual. And so today we're going to talk about some of the controversy on the platform. Why is there so much uncertainty with TikTok? And of course, the ultimate reasons why I don't believe it's going anywhere anytime soon. Thank you guys so much, by the way, for suggesting that I create this video. This video is going to fill you in with all the details in regards to what's going on with TikTok as a company. I did put a lot of research into making this as informative as possible. So if you feel like I maybe have succeeded, then I would really appreciate it if you drop a like down below this video and maybe consider subscribing to this channel if you're not yet subscribed already. So if you've been out of the loop recently, maybe under a TikTok culture rock, on August 1st, Donald Trump mentioned that his administration would take action to ban TikTok. I know what you're thinking, great way to start the month, right? His rationale being that recent investigations had brought to light significant proof that TikTok, the Chinese-owned company, was a massive national security threat. Now, this is actually old news because plenty of governments have been legitimately concerned about TikTok's role in their citizens' lives as far as data collection goes, which we'll get into some of those nuances later on in this video. India, case in point, recently, just a couple of weeks ago, banned TikTok, and then we saw it reinstated in Bangladesh and Indonesia, where users still have access. And so Donald Trump, basically adding America to this list of countries, nations that are blacklisting TikTok, mentioned in a series of videos that he was going to potentially ban the platform.
We're looking at TikTok. We may be banning TikTok. We may be doing some other things.
And boy, was there a chaotic response to that on TikTok. Creators literally saw their online careers flashing before their eyes. Agencies spent the entire Friday and Saturday nights just downloading the content to archive it for their talented creators they represent. Over the course of this first week in August, we've seen thousands of creators protesting the possible shutdown of the platform, the community on TikTok defending their safe haven on the platform and expressing what it means to them. And so let's take a look at a couple examples.
So, Grandma Sandy, how do you feel about TikTok?
Well, we all love TikTok, and of course, we're all hoping TikTok stays with us for a very, very, very long time, because it brings us so much joy. It's brought so much joy to all of us in the world.
And laughter and happiness, and you guys met my crazy grandma from it.
And because of all of you, you have helped to put us on the map. And we just want to share with TikTok that TikTok, we love you. We all want you to stay around for a long time.
Woo, go TikTok!
Woo, TikTok!
Now, all of this is because there's great concern over whether or not TikTok's parent company, ByteDance, actually shares the data it collects with the Chinese government. A lot of how TikTok works, from the data curation process, what data is actually collected, to even the algorithm, all of this is shrouded in a lot of mystery. Of course, we as creators, we as analysts of the platform try to understand as best as we can how it works, and there's certainly some things we've been able to identify as staples in creating viral videos, and you can check out some of my videos on my own YouTube channel that discuss some aspects of the algorithm that we already understand. However, there's been many experiments and investigations that have proven that TikTok collects a lot of data, often more than it should. There are even those that argue that TikTok collects data external to the app. For instance, audio through the microphone, patterns in the characters that we type on the platform, or even video through the camera app that we access through the app. Of course, all of these investigations and suspicions aren't without some sort of past precedence. In fact, ByteDance, again, TikTok's parent company, has assisted the Chinese government in helping identify people before with the data that it collects. In fact, there were several reports last year that showed a lack of TikTok content about subjects that were controversial with the Chinese government, such as the Hong Kong protests. Many US officials believe that this quote-unquote censorship, removing certain videos or not allowing the exposure of certain videos on the platform that disagree with certain political ideologies, many believe that this is an indication that the Chinese government actually does influence the company's decisions, and interestingly enough, they're not actually wrong. In fact, ByteDance is required by law to hand over any data to the Chinese government if requested, and that's why the platform is such a big deal in other nations. So back to our current situation now, Donald Trump reversed his statement as far as banning TikTok goes. It's not going to happen anytime soon. However, he is going to give the platform 45 days until September 15th in order to be bought by some US company. Most people are speculating at this point that it's going to be Microsoft because of the company's interest in purchasing TikTok in the past. Of course, we're talking about a deal worth potentially hundreds of millions of dollars. But another interesting nuance to this, and this is part of Donald Trump's rationale for putting basically the company up for sale, is that it's going to take off any of the legal pressure that a Chinese company has to abide by the laws of the Chinese government to compel data or to give up data at the whim of the government. If it's owned by a US company, it no longer has to comply. Here's what Donald Trump has to say about it so far. I don't mind if, whether it is Microsoft or someone else, a big company, a secure company, a very American company buys it, said Trump about TikTok. Trump also warned that TikTok will be out of business in the United States by September 15th if the company doesn't reach a deal to sell by then. So far, Microsoft has confirmed that it is currently still in talks or continuing talks with TikTok in regards to purchasing the platform. However, representatives and officials close to TikTok, part of the company, have specified that there are other US suitors out there who have expressed an interest in purchasing the platform. No names really have been dropped thus far. I don't really have any speculations at this point, but time will tell who will actually buy the platform, if any company. However, let's just say it's worst case scenario. September 15th rolls along and it's still not sold off to a US company. I personally don't believe that TikTok is going away anytime soon, because getting rid of an app that's used by over 100 million Americans is not going to be an easy task, at least not even for the president. In fact, according to the New York Times, Trump's administration has tried to convince him that banning the app through an executive action will have severe political and legal consequences. See, the problem with banning something is that we don't have any kind of special legal or decision-making structure in place in the US to outright ban a social media app. It's very uncharted territory in America. And it's a really delicate thing too, because if you look at China 10 years ago when it was banning Facebook, when it was banning Twitter and other websites, that was universally agreed and viewed as censorship, as a threat to free speech, as a threat to an open world. And for the US to outright put a ban on TikTok in the United States would be, in a sense, emulating that. One of the other various reasons why I think TikTok is not going away anytime soon are in regards to the upcoming November elections in the United States. If Trump were to suddenly shut down TikTok, since a vast majority, or at least a good percentage of audiences on the platform are millennials and Generation Z-based users, a sudden shutdown could create resentment and sway those audiences to vote against Trump. In fact, there's actually those have been said that it's political suicide for Trump's chances of winning the younger audiences in the US if he were to take a massive action like banning TikTok right now. There's also the whole other idea too of these audiences wanting to express their behavior on other social media platforms. The audiences on TikTok aren't just going to dry up out of thin air. They're going to want to go to Triller, as they already are, or Clubhouse, or any of these other platforms. Some of them aren't even US based, and so we've got the same problem all over again. One well-known creator on the platform says about this issue, "For many kids, politics feel very distant." He goes on to say, "This might be the first time it hits home for a lot of kids. Obviously, those who were able to vote, having a platform that was a huge part of their quarantine experience in 2020, I almost forgot the year, for goodness sakes, how could that happen? That experience being taken away from them could dramatically result in a significant less chance of Trump winning the election. And is he going to gamble on those odds? His administration is saying no, but obviously it is his decision to make. The last thing I want to mention as a final reason for why I don't believe TikTok is going away anytime soon are the potential 10,000 jobs that the American CEO of TikTok has mentioned the platform, if allowed to scale, can introduce into the American job market in the months to come. Now, of course, I don't know all the details about this, what positions are going to be held exactly. In fact, Vanessa Papas, she's the North American General TikTok Manager. There's an article linked below this video in which she gives a little bit more analysis on some of the details and specifications of these potential jobs. But I will say, from an economic standpoint, this is something that could be desperately taken advantage of, considering that unemployment in the US is at an all-time high right now, considering that the pandemic is rampant across the nation. So that being said, let's boil everything down. Brass tacks, I do think by September 15th, TikTok is going to be sold to an American company. I do think it's the best decision at this point if Donald Trump is in fact serious about stopping the platform's growth in America at this point are just suddenly banning it altogether. However, there's still the issue of data collection. Data still is being collected. People don't know exactly what kind of data, and that may just be an evergreen problem with the platform. I don't have enough analysis on this point to present, I guess, a knowledgeable opinion on my solution to this issue. However, I'm still here. I'm still gonna be outputting videos every single week on the latest, greatest aspects of TikTok. In fact, I have a huge catalog depository of ideas that I'm gonna be putting out on my channel over the next couple of weeks, talking about unique, never before seen strategies and ideas about TikTok that I really do think will provide a lot of valuable information to people. So if that maybe piqued your interest, I would really appreciate it if you consider liking this video down below and subscribing as well. Fun fact, 98% of people that watch my videos are not yet subscribed. And so maybe if you want to help me reduce that number, little collective effort here, that would really mean the world to me. Thanks guys as always for watching. And as always, we'll talk next time. Take care. Cheers.